defense.
Here we go. Elon, the home blacks here tonight. And we're fighting Campbell as the visiting whites for this game tonight from Shar Center. There's on front, Barry Heater. And we want to see the on-court officiating crew. First to two in the regular season. Break up. Van Coleman a hand on it. Across the mid-court line, and Dorn has got it. No over and back call early here. Andrew King, transfer from UIC and Houston Christian. Dorn's shot a miss, but there is a foul beyond the arc, and some free throws coming here. Three with free throws to begin the game here tonight. Third most triples in the CA entering play here this evening.
And you'll see Elon throughout the course of the game switch up defenses with consistency. They're going to throw some three-quarter court pressure at you, try to slow you down a little bit, and then they're going to go back to 2-3 with the big fella Van Coleman in the middle of that zone. If you can score over top of him, good luck. Exhibit A.
Just like that. Free throw line cut. And Dugan coming off a huge game against UNC. He's got 23 threes as well, second on the team. Was 11 for 18 at Chapel Hill. Hit 5 threes against Carolina. Yes, it was a loss, but it was against North Carolina Tar Heels. He's from Massachusetts, but still, that's a dream-type game for anyone who plays in this state. Pretty cool. King redshirt sophomore, 5 on the timer here. Dorn the bailout with 3. Got to get that one up over Dorsey, which he does, and hits. It's a 3. Contested triple from deep.
That is what that young man is capable of. Give it to him at the end of the shot clock and let Dorn go to work. Big time shot.
All rookie team CAA last year. Nice speed down low. The good off-ball Princeton cut, and Zorlini the transfer from McHenry and Purdue Northwest. Non-D1 programs has his first bucket. 2
possessions for Campbell against his own. 2 perfect offensive options. One right in the middle of the zone. And then you cut bait from the baseline. You're able to get one through. And how about 3 in a row?
How about it? Dorn, corner ball, 3, got it. So he's got 9, 3 free throws and 2 triples. All might have Elon's points early.
3 possessions, 3 scoring possessions for Elon. Nick Dorn's a bad man.
He's feeling it. Zanini for Dugan, who's bumped by Simpkins. That's TJ. We'll keep an eye on TK. See if he comes into that.
This is what Nick Dorn can do. Little crossover, step back, forget about it. Nolan Dorsey, you better stay up tight. And then you can't lose that man in the corner. He just knocked down 3 free throws in the 3. Don't turn your back. When he gets to the corner, he's able to knock it through.
37% of the year from 3. Sanani thinking a triple as well. Banks it in. As the great Pete Gillen would say, it is 9:08 Eastern Time in Elon, North Carolina. And Terrence, the banks are open. It's the Gillenism. It's a must-do. Here's Sherry on the other end taking 3 ball. And wow, Sam Sherry and company are hot from beyond the arc.
You know, you look at this Elon team and you think, man, they're going to attack the rim. All this size from the point guard position to the center. No, it's been 3 threes and 3 free throws attacking from the outside.
Gregory kick out. Here's Sanani. Trying to attack Van Coleman, the big man. Dorsey ball movement. Zorlini at 6'8", a good option. Van Coleman with that huge wingspan
percentage, that's huge. And if you're Elon, don't turn the basketball over and give Campbell easy looks.
Dugan from 3. Rebound block. Zorlini a piece of that. Van Coleman saw it. On the top. Shot blockers nationally. He has been an incredible presence at 7'4" this year. Moves well for big guys. You pointed out. A good touch as well from about 10 feet and in. Here's King. Double team. Sherry. Loose change. Van Coleman 5 to shoot. Dugan trying to match up with a big guy. It's just too tough. He's too tall. And he lays it in for 2.
Is that Matt Van Coleman or is that Swin Nader? How about that ball fake? Shows it high. I think that ball was already up at 10 feet. Brings it back down. Able to finish.
7'4", 260 from Lehigh, Utah. Sanini other end thinking 3. Back iron miss. Sherry. He's really elevated his game this year. Billy Taylor told us as soon as last season was over and Sam Sherry committed to coming back to Elon, he was hard at work. Weight room, getting lots of shots up, and has developed his game. King spins and scores.
Dave, I've come to the conclusion Elon's just not going to miss this game. An offensive explosion before the first media timeout.
Perfect from the field. Including some 3s. Dugan over Van Coleman. Short this time. Good hustle. And the miss there. Sinani was able to get a little room. Simpkins, here's Dorn, try to remain perfect from long range. Peel the rim, but Van Komen at 7'4" has got it. And Sinani has the pick. Thought Dorn was going to cut to the basket. Turned over, back to the fighting Camels. Dorsey drives, lost the handle. Dugan's got it. Can't click from deep. And Komen the rebound.
Not a whole lot of stoppages in play, and you see the student section behind Elon's basket. As soon as Dorn took that shot, they all stood up. They were ready to explode. This Elon team starting to see success and starting to get the students involved as a result.
Simpkins drives the leadoff pass for Van Komen. Broken up Dorsey. Campbell getting more active defensively. Gregory the transfer. A little hesitation. Good bounce pass. And Dugan finishes.
Terrific bounce pass. Doesn't show shot, but is enough of a threat. They have to come out and get him. He drives right down the middle. Is patient, and Dugan. Van Komen a little bit light.
12 points win over Hampton. Elon's last outing. Into the corner, it's King. Can't click from deep. After that sizzling start. Phoenix cooling off a bit. Sinani runs the court beautifully, gathers and scores. A really athletic play for Campbell. Tough to make the catch, much less the layup.
If you're Campbell, you can treat some of these misses as turnovers, get out in transition, and that's where you're going to do some of your best work, especially when you're so outsized in the half court.
Sinani matches up on King, has a steal. Here's Sinani, he'll lay it in off the glass with a left. The pick six for Campbell. He's on a run. And Campbell's right back in the game thanks to the excellence of Jason Sinani.
This is my kind of basketball. No fouls, no subs.
No whistles.
No whistles. Like, let this game play. Both teams playing well offensively. It's been a fun watch so far.
High-low, Sherry gathers from Van Komen and lays it in.
I'm a big fan of Sam Sherry and what he's capable of. Listed at 6'11", he can step outside. He can attack the rim that way. Little bit of Ante Brzovic in his game. Skilled.
Like that.
Right?
Good comparison.
You look at those two, the 4 and the 5, 6'11" and 7'4". What a play. I love that.
Dugan again. Van Komen altered it. Very close to a goaltend, no basket interference, and we go right back up court here. Again, no whistle, no play stoppage. Simpkins the miss. There's a whistle, there's a foul. Van Komen.
Off to a hot start.
Dad played in the NFL, Dad played at UNC. Inbounds play, looks pretty good for Elon out of the timeout. Brady Krupp in the game for the first time. Good fighter, good rebounder. Billy Taylor told us today during the shoot-around for Elon. Pretty late, 3:45 shoot for a 9 o'clock game here at Elon tonight.
And you'll see right away, Elon, Van Komen going to the bench. What happens? You go back to man. Switch up the looks when playing defense against Campbell.
Komen out. Tazos Cook is in. Sinani remains in. Vanderheiden off the bench. Ole Miss transfer. Sinani to the basket. Off the glass with the left. Each hand. He is deadly, and two more for Campbell.
That's a big-time move. Get your shoulders underneath Sam Sherry. Take away his ability to block a shot. Finish with the left hand. Jason Sinani, nice player for Campbell. Off to a terrific start this season.
TK Simpkins is into the game. Returning for the first time in 5 games. Reports say a knee injury has kept him out. And full go today at the practice. And his first shot after missing the 5 is short, a front iron miss. But has a loose change pick.
Say this, no easing into the game. Calls for a ball screen. First possession, he's in. I was always a fan getting up and down the court, 2-3 possessions, kind of feel your way around how the game is being played, and then look for your offense.
TK and TJ, identical twins, on the court here for Elon at the same time. And brother to brother, that one is turned over.
Of everything at that size, you can run some offense through him. Sam Sherry, a really nice player here for the Phoenix.
He told us today, favorite player LeBron James. Really has extended his game from just an inside player, stretching out a bit as well. Nice drive to the basket. There's Gregory. Cam Gregory, transfer from St. Francis. He's scoring about 8.5 a game. 13 points against Hampton at all 6 of his free throws. Campbell, an outstanding team from the free throw line, tops in the CAA entering play tonight. Do not want to foul the Fighting Camels.
Not at all. Excellent from the stripe, but so far, Elon, pretty good job, especially on the offensive end of the floor. Just can't give them easy looks in transition. You can't give him easy looks from the top of the key either. Nick Dorr, bad man.
Another one, partner. He is bad from deep. He gives him 3 plus the 3 free throws. He's back in the double figures. 16th time already this season. Fantastic start to the year. All-CAA type performer. 16 points a game. 53 threes as well. There's Cook. A drive to the basket. Can't get a roll. Rebound pulled down by Campbell into the game. First third stop for him. Holy Cross in New Mexico transfer. Back into the court here for Campbell. Good look team for the Camels. Good cut. That Princeton cut, so effective. 2 on the board for the visitors. Gudmundsson has got it. That's Bragi Gudmundsson from Iceland. Pass up court. Zerlini is free. Up for the hammer. And he's fouled hard by Kendall Campbell on the way to the pack player. And speaking with Kevin McGeehan, the 12th-year head coach. A newcomer trying to move past the Del Orso era. Such a great player for Campbell Ashton out of Arizona.
And I think part of the solution is finding gems in the portal. And Zerlini, I think he's that kind of guy. He was top 10, has expanded at Campbell. Nice cut. Can't happen.
TJ Simpkins on the board, the lefty. He's the team's second leading scorer. Like TK, transfer from Northwest Florida State. Really good JC team there, the Raiders. They're joining him this year. Gudmundsson at the free throw line. Pick, good rotation by Dorn. Elon's on the move. TJ for TK. Sherry thought about a shot. Van Komen the post up instead. On Vanderheiden with the left. Oh, T.O. with the left.
How about that?
Silky soft touch.
Protects the ball, puts it up where nobody can get it. All 7-4.
That is a sky hook touch. Sky hook. Zerlini, good fake. Dorsey for 3. Can't can it from deep. Dorn defensive glass. Here comes Simpkins.
If you're Campbell, you're going to have to hit some of those shots inside out threes against his zone. Especially Van Komen in there. That defense collapses. You're going to find some opportunities up around those 45s. You got to knock those things through.
Komen started his career at Utah, then St. Mary's, then Hawaii Pacific. That is a D2 program. Coach Taylor saw him in the portal, saw some film, and said, this guy can move. Is he healthy? The answer was yes. And the offer came. 2 to shoot. Sherry lost the handle. Taken away by Gregory. Here comes Campbell. Gudmundsson thinking 3. Rattles out Dorsey, soaring through the paint. Offensive rebound. And a big play for Campbell.
How about this guy coming back?
DK Simpkins are very glad to have him back on the court here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just another talented player. You're going to take some time to kind of find your way around, but was effective early, trying to find his way, but on a minutes restriction today. Nice pass.
TJ Simpkins, Van Komen gathers and puts it in.
Hey, look, that's not something that comes easily to somebody at that size at 7'4". To be able to run, catch the ball above your head, maintain your balance, and be able to turn around and finish. I mean, a good athlete at that size is Van Komen.
7'4", 260. Billy Taylor told us today that Utah, they try to put a lot of weight on him. He was thin coming out of high school. Maybe too much too soon.
Sure.
Had a series of stress fractures. And bouncing around a different program. Now he's healthy and off to a great start. A tough catch. Zerlini can't quite finish. Awkward fall as he tried to release his shot. Sherry spin cycle move. 4-2.
Come on.
Sam Sherry getting it done here for Elon.
Sam Sherry acted silly in the open floor. Nice move. 6'11", handling it in the open floor.
15 points last year. One of the meetings head-to-head with Campbell. Fighting Campbell's the sweep regular season of the Phoenix. On the bounce, Dugan over Van Komen. Fearless from 10, but a back iron miss. Sherry has the rebound.
Can't imagine Van Komen's easy to shoot over in the middle. And if Campbell's going to rely on shooting tough jumpers in the mid-range over 7'4", I don't like their trajectory for the rest of this game. They have to find some different ways to get open looks.
Sherry told us today, ecstatic Van Komen joined the team in the offseason. Changes his role considerably. Case in point, tries the jumper from deep and hits. As if Sam heard us telling the story. He's got 3. And a nice lead here for Elon.
Talked to TD Durham before the game. It's as if Van Komen coming into the picture, it allowed him to be who he is, a talented four-man with length and height, but neighborhood bully whenever he's on the floor. It's hard to bully 7'4", though, especially when the help behind him is a 6'11" guy.
From Munson, Massachusetts. That's Western Mass, the Berkshires. Holy Cross, some Ivy League programs, he told us yesterday, recruited Colby, but love the fit at Campbell. Coming off a massive game against Carolina we told you about. But he said, I'd give those points back for a win. That's pretty cool. Team first. Simpkins drives in, and he's fouled by Sinani.
You have to make their help side move. That's a good example of that.
Sinani's first. Simpkins drives. The lefty. Stick back try. Some contact and a foul. Vanderheiden was there. The UNCW is 80th free throw of the season. That's second best in the CAA entering play here tonight. Wynn brothers. Wow. Couple of weapons for Elon this year.
And as you see, Van Komen back in the game, going to run a lot of zone, but so much rim pressure, or rim presence, excuse me, from Elon's D. You get behind.
Getting the shots up, improving his game.
And sometimes guys' bodies just catch up. Talked to Coach McGee, and he was like, well, it's not just the fact that he's stronger and the game slowed down. His body, he got more athletic all of a sudden. And sometimes that's the weight room, sure. Sometimes that's guys, they just need their body to mature into what they're going to eventually become. I don't like that pass, forcing the issue a little bit.
TK on the bounce. He's right to Sherry. TJ. 5 to shoot for Sam Sherry. Nice pump fake. And take for 2. To the rim. Sam Sherry's having a huge first half. He's got 12 free line.
So talented. You've seen the versatility, right? Knocking down threes on the left side, taking it to the cup, operating in transition. Sam Sherry might be the best player you haven't heard about. Or you.
I've heard. But nationally, you're right. He's 5 for 5 partner for the field here tonight and lighting it up for the Phoenix. 6 to shoot for Dugan. Up high. Gregory misfires from deep. Sherry another rebound. 12 points and 5 boards for Sam Sherry, en route to a double-double here in the opening half against Campbell.
Been impressed with the maturity of Elon. They are opportunistic in transition, but they don't necessarily force the issue, knowing they can find some good looks.
TJ the lefty. TK the righty. Thinking 3. Rattles out. And Vanderheiden defensive glass for Campbell. Union Company got to get going here. Right on cue.
Jason Sinani, his basketball career, just turned 18 middle of December.
Sinani trying to complete the three-point play. Foul. Made the hoop just before the break. Cannot click from the free throw line to keep this a 10-point game. 5 of the top 10 are from the SEC. That league is having a huge season. Now that Kentucky, Auburn has taken over. Kentucky up there as well.
How about what Mark Pope's done in year 1? Taking all new transfer players, so talented. And
amazing.
Big time shot right there.
Braden Crump.
Yep, Braden Crump, 6'8". Size that can shoot. That seems to be a thing for Elon. But I mean, what Mark Pope has done, they didn't get superstars, but they got a lot of guys that play well together.
Dugan responds. His first 3. Elon has hit 6 threes in the first half. Second triple of this opening 20 tonight for the Fighting Camels. And a comeback trail. Elon shooting 65%, 15 of 23, 55% from deep in the opening half tonight. That's tough to defend. That's tough to come back on. One way you do it, steal it. Gregory. Sinani. Gregory trails and lays it in.
That was the most relaxed I've seen Campbell all day, and they finally were able to get a stop. That's where we saw them have success in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this ball game, getting out in transition and finishing, beating Elon up and down the court.
Kevin McGeehan told us Cam Gregory, the transfer from St. Francis, up and down this year, but rangy, really good athlete. And when he's on, he's on. Don't have a great start. Sherry's been perfect in the first half. Under 2 to go in the opening 20 here tonight from Elon. 2-man game. Rebound, up and in.
to be
Rupp
honest,
has been great off the bench.
I would like to see more movement. That ball goes into Sam Sherry. I would like to see more movement on the perimeter to try to shake things up with Campbell's defense. If you're able to create a little bit of movement, he's going to be able to find some passing lanes, and he's going to be able to be more assertive himself to score.
So 9 drives baseline. Up and under. A couple of dipsy-do hoops tonight. Even the and one before the last commercial break. Can't click this time. During the drive. Campbell having cut him off. Crump trying to stay hot. Grazes the front iron. Dorsey has the rebound. Here's the one out. One of the top steel men in the CAA. Good feed down low. Nice fast break, and Dugan finishes. And it's Coach of the Year candidates as well. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half from here in Elon. A minute left first half here tonight. King runs the show. Off ball for TJ Simpkins with TK out.
I like it. Flex action to get Sam Sherry in the post. Getting a little bit impatient as Elon. They need to continue moving that basketball. That's where they've had success. Good pass.
Dorn is free for 3. Can't can it from deep this time. And Splash his 4th 3 of the first half. All of a sudden Campbell here part a little run. On a timeout. And McGee wants to talk things over. Big possession here. 2-second differential or so.
But throwing out what they were going to run after the timeout. Now Elon goes back to zone. But you look at the shot clock, game clock differential right at about 1.5 seconds. Going to look to hold for the last one.
Cam Gregory up top. 9 to shoot. Here's 5 on the timer. Bounce to Dugan. Van Komen's in his way. Baseline had strips. Vanderheiden grabs him. Can't hit the layup in the final moments. There's the horn. There's the half from Elon.
Fry. Well, you get bigger players in order to fry those fish.
Yeah.
Boy, do they have those guys.
Have they ever. Tallest team in the country. Combined roster for Elon. 7-4 Van Komen has been something to watch. Impressive tonight. Dugan, the free throw line. Possession second half. TJ Simpkins starts. TK will come off the bench. Played pretty well after missing 5 games. Sinani thought about 3. Thinks better of Gregory on a bounce. Sinani over King. Back iron miss. Van Komen just too tall. That's another rebound.
And that's the shot that Campbell's going to have to hit if they're going to get back in this game, because they've struggled finishing around the basket. So much size on the interior makes it really difficult. Even if Campbell runs great offense, the late contest from 7-4 and 6-11 discourages everything.
6 points, 5 boards for Van Komen in the game here tonight. 4th stop for him. Dorn drives, hangs and hits. Muscles his way to the basket. That's weight room strength there for Nick Dorn.
Said his father played football. Well, he attacked the lane like a running back right there.
Dugan in the corner. Can't click from 3. King, defensive rebound on the near side. TJ Simpkins on the move. Billy Taylor told us TJ and TK every night last year. They're very close. I think the twins would FaceTime each other for hours. So they could finally be reunited and playing again for the first time in a couple years. TJ on the skip pass open. Gets past Gregory. Hangs but can't hit. Dorsey a hand on it. Loose change rebound for Dugan.
Call that $1 million move, $2 finish. He gets into the lane, shows his patience, creates that opportunity. No dice in the middle.
Sinani. Gregory, tough pass to catch. Launches from 3. Can't can it. Vanderheiden. Blocked away. Van Komen has another rejection.
Go gadget on shot fakes. You might want to go ahead and get that basketball out, because Van Komen's going to take care of business. But Nick Dorn, father Torin Dorn, played in the NFL, drafted as a running back, gets downhill. Dugan, he's finally able to take the lid off.
Second 3 of the game. Here for Colby. Dugan feeling it. We've got 60 tonight. Leads the Campbell team. Different look this year. Deloso off to Arizona, as we told you about. All-CA performer. A lot more touches for guys like Dugan. Sinani taking over. Top 2 scorers for Campbell. Dorn again, free on a curl. Hits it. Great screen. Good look. Free. Has another triple. He's got 4 tonight.
I love that offensive set. Little back screen for Van Komen, and he comes off the pin down, screen to screener action. Got his feet around, able to knock down the shot.
Vancouver moves pretty well. Vanderhyde open for a moment, right low block, and a reach and a call on the perimeter this time.
He's pushing it away, back screen, and then zero right here coming off, right, left, knocked down. That ball went in.
Sonani, high arcing shot over the 7'4" Vancouver, who leads the CAA, 2.8 blocks a game. He's going to alter a lot of shots with that incredible wingspan for Elon. Sherry for Simpkins. Here's Sam Sherry thinking three. Stays hot. Has got 3 of those tonight.
I love how Elon's playing right now. Last time it was Nick Dorn coming off a pin down. Because he hit that last shot, the defense respected him so much, they come off Sam Sherry. We both know that's a bad move.
Dorsey in the corner. Way short on the 3. Vanderhyde an offensive rebound. Doesn't take it back up. Kicked out. Sonani can't hit from deep. And the rebound for Sherry, who's had a huge game partner. That's 7 rebounds. 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting. Good overplay by Vanderhyde. It's out of bounds. Coming out for now does have 2 blocks in the game tonight. Braden Crump is back in, the redshirt freshman from Morganton, North Carolina. He's played in 14 games this year. An effective off the bench for Billy Taylor. 8 to shoot. Here's Crump off the pine. Can Sherry stay perfect tonight? Spin cycle move. Yes! For 2. With the left. Special again for Sam Sherry.
Sam Sherry with a cherry on top. Patience. Spin move. Easy bucket.
7 for 7 and 17 points. He's been incredible tonight. Plus 7 rebounds. Elon just shooting the lights out of the ball here tonight. Vanderhyde, nice cut off ball. Feed. Sonani can't finish. Dugan to the basket. Earns a trip to the free throw line. Shooting 2 for Campbell. When
much more of a face-up 4 than he is a true 5. And sometimes when you are 6'11", you get pigeonholed a little bit, right? Whenever you bring 7'4" into the fold, you can go back to what you're good at. And I think we've seen it today in spades as Campbell goes to a 1-3-1 to try to mix up the rhythm of what Elon's doing.
Dorn again. Rebound stuff for Crump. Offensive glass, the great box out, the easy hammer on the stick back. Everything going Elon's way. They are shooting the lights out here tonight. 63%
hey,
for the game and 53 from 3.
Crump can jump. That was an athletic move.
It was. Sonani knifing through traffic. Hanks can't hit. Dugan the stick back try. He's coming together there with Braden Crump.
handed to the inbounder is so crucial. Elon has done a terrific job of getting their guys open through curl screens and everything else. And I was about to say, Vanderheiden is being...
Vanderheiden, some trouble for Campbell. Back-to-back fouls in the inbounds play for Elon. And Coleman at 7'4", 260. Vanderheiden at 6'9", 225. That's a listed height and weight. So huge advantage for the big guy. Simpkins drives and scores off the glass.
The brothers Simpkins, both of those guys, they get a straight line drive, forget about it. Nice finish over the top of high hands. Quick ball screen, he can use his athleticism.
TK's first bucket of the game, 1 for 8 shooting, returning from the knee injury after missing 5 games. TJ, his twin brother, has the pick. They go back and forth. And the alley-oop try, the identical twins almost.
Changed the name a little bit. I guess it makes it sound a little bit better, but
still
all that
really
being
good.
said, still really, really good.
A lot of major D1 talent comes from that JC, no question.
A lot of major D1 head coaches came from that junior college.
Lead back to 10 here. See how Campbell responds to the mini Elon run. On a bounce, Dugan right back into the game. Kicks for Goodmanson, thinking 3. Cans it. That's a big triple for Campbell.
That's a terrific pass by Dugan from the high post to the opposite corner. You know what I've liked about Goodmanson? When he's come into the game, he hasn't forced the issue. He's just been in the correct position defensively. And then when the shot has presented itself, he's taken advantage.
First 3 of the game for Bragi Goodmanson, 8th of the season. And he cuts it to 7. Simpkins drives and scores a lefty. TK to the basket with a good finish.
So strong in his shoulders, and if he's able to control your leverage, forget about it. Excellent drive downhill, gets to his left hand, easy finish.
11 combined points for the identical twins. Dugan trying for a roll over Van Komen. Doesn't get it this time. Dugan a huge game, 8 of 16, shooting 27 points tonight for Campbell. Big Celtics fan, pretty pumped. He's from Mass, you know, won their first title. It's a big deal. Simpkins can't hit this time. Here's Dorn. A response. 5th 3 of the game for Nick Dorn.
Big time shot, finally. Able to knock one down. Hit one at the beginning of the half. Did Dorn, but the lid had been closed for a little while. Campbell just careless with the basketball.
TK for TJ off the glass. No and 1, but a chance for a couple free throws. That's off the bench the first 11 games. TJ started the last 6 for Billy Taylor here at Elon. Miss keeps a 13-point game. Big possession here. Campbell's got to have something, and they'll get it. Sinani, the floater. Double figures again for Jason Sinani tonight.
Jason Sinani and Kobe Dugan have done a nice job. The rest of the team, it's been a little bit of a drag to try to get them to find their offense. But Dugan and Sinani, I mean, Mr. Automatic, both of those guys.
They combined for 40. The team's 55. Well said. TJ Simpkins, opposite hand in the basket, can't hit. Cook a hand on it, and he's fouled there by Isaac Harrell.
Sam Sherry back in the game.
Returns now. Been out for a bit, hasn't he? Team's 4th leading scorer. 2nd leading rebounder behind Van Komen. And a huge addition. Tazo's Cook. 3rd stop for him, including Stetson in Division I. Sinani to bounce for Dugan. Ball movement, Cook. Sinani thought about a 3. A little mishandle, otherwise you could have pulled the trigger. 5 to shoot. Vanderheiden. High-low play. Nice feed and a finish for Cam Gregory.
And I actually thought Cam Gregory should have taken that shot in the left corner because they haven't exactly presented themselves throughout the course of the game. Open looks. You have to take the first best look when you're playing against a team in Elon with so much size.
Agreed, partner. Worked out that time on the half-court possession. Nice cut. Really good finish there from Cam Gregory. Pass down low, Van Komen. Not this time for the right low block. Sinani's on the move.
Great block
by Sherry. Recovers, and Sam Sherry doing it all tonight. Perfect from the field. 17 points, 8 boards. And that's SWAT. Simpkins in the corner. Can't click from 3. Van Komen. Weak side rebound. The big guy at 7'4". Doesn't get the roll this time. DJ Simpkins trying for the stick back. Rebound for Gregory. Sinani's in the move.
Got to give credit to Eric Vanderheiden. He's been battling in the post, giving up a solid 6 or 7 inches at least, using his strength to at least try to push out Van Komen.
Campbell hanging around here. Sinani goes high over Van Komen. And Dugan trying to clean it up with a little jump hook in the paint. Can't hit it. Rebound for Sherry. And a foul call in the backcourt. We've got a timeout. Free throw line with 9 rebounds as well. No jinx. Goodmanson stayed perfect on the year.
That's right.
Sherry stayed perfect tonight. We're okay. Elon back up 11. Cam Gregory, the junior. Sinani, leading scorer for Campbell. Gregory, nice through traffic. Floats, can't hit. Another rebound for Sherry. Make that a double-double. 19 and 10 for Sam Sherry tonight. His 6th of the year.
It's hard to live on a diet of tough mid-range floaters. And whenever you play Elon, that's what you're going to get. That shot is available 12 to 15 feet, and you're shooting him over such high hands. It's been about this guy right here, Sam Sherry.
Sherry on Dugan. Another one for Sherry.
Come on.
8 for 8 from the field. And 21 points and 10 boards tonight for Double S here at Elon.
I think he got slapped in the face, too.
Shubin and N1. What a game. And Dornham combined for 41 of Elon's 70 tonight. Sinani, 10 to shoot. Lead back to 13. Gregory up top, cans a 3. On a really good offensive set there from Cam Gregory to keep them in the game. But Sam Sherry and company have been awesome all night long. Sherry stays perfect. A little press break. And Simpkins across the timeline to King.
If you're Elon, you go up against the zone, you need to make direct passes. These looping passes allows the defense to get back in position. You're not going to be able to find shots.
5 to shoot for TJ Simpkins. Here's Harrell. Slashes the basket for 2.
But that's brought up by Simpkins, who finally makes a direct bounce pass. It's not lobbed over the top. The defense can't recover, and he gives his teammate a chance to score.
Sophomore from Arkansas. First field goal attempt. First make tonight for Harrell. Dugan, huge game. Jump hook for 2 more. He has just been unstoppable. 29 points tonight. 9 made field goals for Colby Dugan.
And I can't remember many of them being easy looks either. I mean, high degrees of difficulty operating in the high post. Colby Dugan been really good at that.
Here's Crump. Good flash. Stolen back, though, by
right back in front.
5 team fouls for the Phoenix. Campbell at 7. Sinani runs the show. Against his own defense for Elon. Sherry anchors it with Van Komen out. Goodman's in the corner. Tough pass to Gather. Dugan up high. Couldn't rebound that time. He and Harrell the battle. Big defensive glass for Elon.
If you're a point guard king right here, you need to make sure you run your offense with pace. Get your guys to their spots quickly. And here comes that same play. A little back screen for the post. Gonna have to score.
Harrell the back end. Doesn't get the roll. As a Carroll left low block. Good look. Off the glass, too strong. Sinani running. Here's Dugan again, trying to continue a huge night. Front arm miss on a 3. Big rebound. Simpkins in a crowd. Has got a free line. Here's Sherry. Is hit on the way to the basket and shoots some free throws when we return. Hit those. Double. And perfection all the way around. 23 points on 8 of 8 shooting. Pass down low at Sherry. And the first miss of the game. So he won't have the record tonight, but he will have a fantastic game this evening at 23 points, 10 boards. We apologize for the technical audio issues.
But he's as close as I've ever seen in person. How he's been able to score, too, has been really...
You talked about rebounding being such a key. Billy Taylor did as well. Sinani thinking three. Way too strong. Goodmanson, fresh 20 here for the visitors. Hesitation, Sinani sees the 7-4 Van Komen.
So the wings on the bottom, the guards on the top, they're just stunning and getting back out to shooters because they realize if they're going to score over Van Komen, we're going to live with that. Because the degree of difficulty for some of these shots is outlandish.
Dugan can't connect from deep this time. Said if we don't win the rebounding battle tonight, we're going to be in big trouble against Campbell. Probably not expecting this kind of game from Sherry.
I've been really impressed with what Elon has done tonight.
23 for Sherry, 20 for Dorn. TJ Simpkins with 10. Rupp off the bench, 11. So plenty of offense for Billy Taylor tonight. 2 to go in regulation. And a 14-point lead and a foul call against Campbell. Been fantastic from deep. A really good start from beyond the arc. As a team, Elon 9 threes, 38%. They're shooting, scintillating for the first 3 quarters of the game has cooled down a little bit. Still 52% for the field. Van Komen says no on Dugan.
Still able to recover. Van Komen found a home here at Elon.
Sinani the miss. Van Komen rebound right on cue. He's got 4 blocks tonight.
We need you to block shots and take care of everything inside of 8 feet. 1
year at Utah. 1 year at St. Mary's. The D2 stop. You talked about Hawaii Pacific. Foul called here. Minute 31 to go. Oh, it's fun. Sinani can't get a roll. TJ Simpkins the rebound for Elon. Pass for Dorn. Dugan the pick, and a league. A lot of balance, a lot of parity, a lot of power. .46 blocks on the year. Van Komen, that's tied for 8th all-time single season. Elon got a long way to go. A lot of hoops left this year. Could climb the ladder in the Phoenix record books. Dorn thought that was tipped.
But from my angle, it certainly was. Doesn't matter.
Nick Dorn sure thought so.
Yeah.
But no whistle, no call. Gregory the take over Van Komen, gets a roll. High arcing free throw there for way up high off the glass. That's placement. Teal. Steal. Dugan. Goodmanson. He'll take it. And one. Foul by King on the way to the basket. It'll be emphasized on film. Turnovers. It's a miss for Goodmanson, his first of the year. They've been 33 of 33. Wasn't my jinx. It was the graphic from our great production crew. This evening. 2 for TJ. Injured play, second most free throws attempted in the league. Goodmanson behind the back pass. That was sweet. Feeds Orlini for 2.
Really nice. Could have used a little bit more of that in the first 38 minutes.
Goodmanson the overplay. It's out of... Dugan for Goodmanson at the elbow. Orlini can't hit that one. Sinani a hand on the rebound. And it comes away to Van Komen. He's got his 10th rebound of the game. Seven and 10 for Van Komen tonight. King will dribble it out. And Billy Taylor and Elon. Hard fought. CAA win.